I am Slick Nick. Let's talk about slim fit clothing for men. Now, you can imagine a couple years ago, before I had slimmed down, I hated slim fitting clothing. I thought, why do they even make these? I'd be at the clothing store, oh, it's my size. I'd try it on, oh, it's horrible. Oh, it's slim fit. Well, what's funny is, now that I've slimmed down, I like slim fit clothes. For example, here's a size medium t-shirt. This fits great. I love how this fits. It's a slim fit medium, and a lot of my clothes are, and I'm actually gravitating towards those. And I'm finding that even with medium, it may be closer to a large. Just the way it's designed. You never really know for sure. Medium is medium, but what if it's medium large-ish? It could be. So I like the slim fit. But why is that important? Why does that help a man become more physically attractive? Well, if you are slim, then it's going to exaggerate or at least highlight how you are slim. And it's interesting because here's what I've noticed. I was going to make this its own video, but I want to fuse these video ideas together. So as I've slimmed down, when my wife sees me from time to time, she'll say something like, "You're going to disappear because you're so slim. You're getting smaller and smaller every day." So, and I've had other females recently tell me that, how could you be wanting to lose 10 pounds? You have no weight left to lose. That's what females are saying to me. Men are not saying that. What are men saying to me in real life? They're saying, "Oh wow, I can see you're bulking up. You've got some tone going on in there. I can see that." It's funny that men see the muscles forming and females see the fat going away. But when females say it, they're almost saying it like it's a bad thing. Like, I'm slimming down. Like, oh no, if you don't have any fat on your body. But men don't even think of it like that. They're like, they notice the fat's gone, but they're focusing on the muscles instead. I think that's really interesting. And I'm glad I fused these two videos together. So going back to the whole concept of a slim fit shirt, slim fit clothing. Ultimately, I mentioned before that it tends to be that men who are not physically fit tend to not dress well. They tend to wear old baggy clothes because they don't want to bring attention to their body. But if you are slim and you are fit, then naturally you can have shorter sleeves, because if this were a large shirt, the sleeves would be down to here. Well, we've got a tighter fitting, more likely to show any toning that I've got. We've got a neckline that comes up higher. So even in that, it's bringing the right attention to the right places. And I don't have to worry about my stomach sticking out like I used to, but before I lost all of that excess fat. So it's interesting how important slim fit is. So it's one thing, and that's one of the themes that we're seeing right now on this channel. It's one thing to lose body fat and to get toned and build some muscle mass. That's one thing. It's another thing to actually have clothing that fits you well. That's very important. It goes back to my theory that most men who are fit tend to dress well. And the opposite tends to be true as well for men who are not fit. That's often how it works. But to take it to a new level, it's not just about slimming down your size. It's also about the cut. It's also, I'm now looking for smaller fitting clothing. And it's not uncomfortable. It used to be. Before I was slim, it was. So I think that's interesting. What are your thoughts on that? And especially I want to know your thoughts on my concept that other men are noticing that I'm getting toned and they're seeing muscle. And they're complimenting me on that. They're not really mentioning anything about fat. I've heard, one guy even said, "Oh yeah, you're lean muscle." Well, either way, he's still focusing on the muscle that he sees, the toning. Women are not noticing the muscle, which is okay with me. Why would I care? I'm a married man. Why do I care that women, oh, you got, I don't need my wife to ever say, "Wow, you've got lots of muscle." But it is funny that they recognize that the fat's going away, and it's almost like that's an alarm to them. That must trigger something in the female brain to think, "Oh wow, if you don't have enough fat on your body as a man, that's a bad thing." Instead of actually seeing the muscle being formed. Isn't that funny? I mean, I just discovered that this week. I've been keeping up with that information and thinking, what's the pattern I'm seeing here? What are your thoughts? Where do they belong? Right here.